So one of the things here in Forza Horizon 1 that I really did want to talk about is simply down to the way they nailed the Colorado setting in this game, guys. And you know what? I gotta admit, I would be more open to similar maps like this or something where it does focus on one singular state or something like that, or, something around the lines of, okay, well, let's do an entire map of New York or let's do LA. Okay, I understand Midnight Club Los Angeles was there, and we also had, other maps in Miami and, different things like Need for Speed Heat or like built upon that. But I gotta admit though, seeing how well they captured Colorado, it really did hit me so dang close. And one of the biggest reasons why is simply down because I lived in Colorado and I've actually been to the Rockies as well. I've even visited Boulder and different places, and I haven't went to Red Rock, but I have went around the Rockies and the mountain areas and kind of just explored a lot of stuff up there, dude. And I gotta admit, they really did capture the way this map feels to a T, and that is coming from somebody who spent years in Colorado and lived there, guys. One thing I really did love is you will see in the background right now, I am currently driving the VW. I am heading up the one, like, mountain pass type of road. You'll see the Rockies in the background, the bridge and all that over there as well. This one kind of made me pause a little bit because there's a lot of roads in Colorado that are actually like this, to where you can go up there and pretty much see nothing but beautiful mountains and all that in the background and kind of just see, well, beauty, honestly. I mean, you'll see waterfalls in the background, really nice white cap mountains like that. It is honestly really pretty, and when I was playing through this, it kind of just hit me. I was like, dang, I've actually been to the Rockies, bro. This really does feel amazing. One of the other parts I did like, though, is some of the roads in this game kind of give me the feeling of when you jump on them, you might ending up somewhere or wondering where you might end up going. And what's funny is Colorado did that to me a lot, bro. There was a lot of little towns in different areas, which you guys will see one of those in the background here. Well, it's kind of like in the middle of basically a valley of huge mountains surrounding it, and you might look at this and go, I mean, that's okay, but it is honestly super beautiful. One place you guys probably might not even heard of, but it's Estes Park. That reminded me a lot of some of the towns in this game, where you will see the mountains basically all over the backgrounds. What's super cool though is there's obviously roads everywhere that you can go around and explore and different things, but one thing is kind of driving around the towns and then noticing like a random dirt road somewhere and going, oh, I wonder where that goes. You end up going on that dirt road for it to then take you to another small town like 2 or 3 miles into that dirt road, pretty much in the mountains, bro. It's honestly insane. There's so many different places to explore, and kind of like it opens your imagination up a bit to go, dang, I wonder what's back there. You know what? We haven't been on this road yet. Let's go jump into that and let's go see where it takes me. You'd also notice that some of the towns kind of gives you like a, I don't know, it kind of gives you like a special little feeling that you're in like a small mountain town, bro. I'm sure some of you guys could probably relate here, and other parts might sound a bit insane as you might have not, experienced that. But I gotta admit though, one of the other things I was doing is kind of driving through some of these smaller towns, then purposely going into the more big open field areas. For example, right now in the Lamborghini Diablo, guys, I kind of left the city part or little town area there and headed toward the open plains. You see the windmills in the background, the Rockies to the left. Super big, open, beautiful, just plains areas with the mountains right there. It really is cool because it kind of reminds me of the foothills area, to where you can kind of get to some of the little mountains, right? And then the bigger mountains in the background, like you guys will see right now. Which, y'all know what though, I think part of this might end up coming down to the simple fact that I did end up living in Colorado for a while, so the entire map design in Forza Horizon 1 really just hit me a lot, which, I kind of think some of that might come down to how people lived where Forza Horizon 4 was, right? It's kind of similar to that. Some people even been to Mexico, like Guanajuato and stuff. They would also compare that to Forza Horizon 5. So it kind of does depend on if you were in that said location. For example, with Forza Horizon 6 coming up and the people that did live in Japan, dude, I cannot wait to see what they think about it and all that stuff with how the game is captured there. It might even make people go and visit that place because of it. You know what I'm saying? But one of the other parts I did want to show here, you guys will notice me driving the Dodge Challenger. You'll see the Rockies in the background. It's obviously nighttime. We kind of gave that away. But one of my favorite things to do in Colorado, though, was I always used to go out with my dad all the time. We would just simply drive around everywhere on random roads that we would find and kind of just explore them, looking for some of our favorite houses, like log houses, really weirdly built houses. I remember some of the houses in the mountains of Colorado, bro. I don't even understand how they even engineer them with how they're built on some of these mountains, dude. Like, one house was basically, half of it was fully on stilts, bro. Not even kidding. The whole front of the house was on stilts. The other half was on the mountain itself. It just hung off of it. The deck was super high up. There was no supporting beams on it, dude. Like, the way they make stuff is kind of wild to me on how they even engineer that. And this game kind of did that. When I was driving around on some of the off-road areas or dirt roads, I kind of just explored them. It really did get me into that mindset of, ooh, let's go explore this one. Even though you can argue that there wasn't a ton of off-road, like dirt road areas in this game, I still genuinely enjoyed the feeling they gave me because it still brought back those memories of doing that. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's super important in some of these games, and that's probably how you really connect with some of them. You know, because you get those memories. Playing some of these games or looking at certain things, bro, can legit hit memories in your mind to where you might go, oh, yeah, I remember when I did this, and that's because of that, putting that into my memory. It's kind of cool how that stuff happens on how you can really think about it. One of the other parts, guys, was the sun going down, dude. Once again, I am driving the Challenger, if you're wondering. I love driving this car around in FH1, really do. But can we just take a second to realize how beautiful Forza Horizon 1 looks? Now, keep in mind, this game came out in 2012. I am playing this on the Series X, so it is probably enhanced, obviously. But look how beautiful that sunset looks, dude. Like, I pretty much saw that and was like, whoa, look at the coloring on the dirt road. Look how it, like, shines off the trees. You kind of just sit there and go, wow. You see the houses, the windmills in the background, just the way the sky looks, dude. Maybe I am losing my mind. It is kind of weird how I feel like Forza Horizon 1, I've connected with this game way more than the other ones. I feel like probably because I have lived in Colorado, and it kind of just gives you like a weird special feeling. You know what I'm saying? I do have a lot more videos talking about certain things in this game. But my goodness, dude, Playground Games really nailed that Colorado feeling. I love the way it looks. Just seeing the sun go down, seeing the orange pop out behind the mountains and all that when the sun's going down, seeing the beautiful clouds in the sky that just match the overall atmosphere. And then kind of just cruising around different roads and trying to find that different type of scenery where you could go in cockpit view and see the Rockies in the background. You see the festival and the lights shooting up in the sky, dude. It really is such a vibe, bro. It's kind of wild to me that I legit drove around and just paused and looked at all kinds of stuff in this game in certain parts. One of the other areas I was driving around is similar to the windmill area, but I wanted to come back here in the daytime because, bro, they also captured the autumn atmosphere in this game, dude. It is so dang pretty, man. It blows my mind how really nailed this is. Now, you can't argue that the map may not be super open or you can't drive in every single area of it like you would in Forza Horizon 5, how, you know, some areas are cut off. But you know what, man? It did not bother me. In fact, I kind of liked it. It kind of gave me that old school gaming type of feeling. Like, look at me sitting in the Challenger right now, taking in the environment in the background, dude. Like, how can you not just take this in? One of the other roads I really did enjoy in this game also had a bunch of rock faces and stuff and different, like, rock designs and all that, which is obviously red rock. But going up this road, guys, has, like, a really cool I'm climbing a mountain type of feeling. Now, I know this might sound kind of dumb, but one of my favorite things in racing games is simply down to the fact of the elevation changes that you can see in them when going up a mountain, and knowing that you're higher up is so dang cool to me. I don't know if I'm alone on that, and maybe I'm kind of weird, who knows, but I feel like having the elevation changes in racing games can really help them. Like, you don't want a full-on flat game in basically every area. I do know that was a big complaint in Forza Horizon 5, having more overall flat areas, and I can definitely tell having, you know, hills and bigger mountain type of roads is so dang dope. Makes me super excited for Forza Horizon 6, guys. But just check this view out real quick when I did climb the Red Rock Road. Check out the mountains in the entire plain region heading up to the mountains, dude. It's, I guess, simply so dang beautiful to go up some of these roads and kind of just look out and see the detail, but also notice that you're higher up and just having different types of driving roads really does make a huge difference in these racing games. And I really do think this is probably going to set Forza Horizon 6 apart tremendously from the previous Forza title, because a lot of people want to have different types of roads and different areas to explore and all that. And you know what, dude? From the looks of it so far, when seeing Forza Horizon 6, I think we could probably all agree that this game is easily going to hit pretty much everything players have been asking for when it comes to a map like this. I mean, we'll have snow, we'll have the hills, we'll have the city. Bro, it has everything, and you'll notice, like, if you've been there or you've lived there or you have visited there, it will hit you with memories and even more stuff because it hits you closer to home. And I think a lot of that is so dang important with some of these games, because not only can you connect with the game, but you can connect with it because you've been to that location, which honestly is so dang special. I gotta admit, guys, Forza Horizon 1 is probably one of my favorite Forza games so far. I'm gonna say that right off the bat. Expect a lot more videos from the game as well, because there's more things I want to talk talk about and cover and go over some things on this game, because so far I'm really enjoying it. My goodness, they have captured Colorado to a T, and for someone who has lived there, it is honestly amazing.